James Sullivan always believed investing was an intricate dance between knowledge and temperament. Raised on a modest farm, James grew up watching his father face the uncertainty of harvests, teaching him the delicate art of patience. He carried this lesson into adulthood, where it guided his philosophy not just in life, but also in investing. As a young adult, James ventured into the world of investing. Initially, he was like most beginners, enticed by the thrill of rapid gains and flashy investment opportunities. But his world changed dramatically one winter evening when the stock market plummeted overnight. James found himself staring at a screen filled with numbers, all painted in alarming red. Panic gripped him, tempting him to sell everything to avoid further loss. At that crucial moment, James remembered the Stoic teachings he had recently started to study. The philosopher Marcus Aurelius spoke clearly in his mind. "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Breathing deeply, James chose control over panic. Instead of selling in fear, he closed the screen and stepped outside to clear his mind. The following weeks tested his resolve, as markets remained volatile. Friends sold hastily, regretting later when markets rebounded. James held fast, mastering his emotions and watching calmly as prices eventually stabilized and rose again. This experience became a cornerstone of his investing philosophy: emotional control, resisting panic selling. Years passed, and James refined his approach, guided by Stoic wisdom. He learned the value of patience, echoing the teachings of Seneca: time discovers truth. Rather than chase quick returns, James invested for the long term, calmly weathering temporary downturns. He understood markets inevitably moved in cycles, rewarding those patient enough to see their investments mature. During a turbulent market correction, a younger investor named Ethan approached James, anxiety evident in his voice. Ethan wanted instant success, feeling unsettled by the slow growth of his portfolio. James smiled knowingly and shared Epictetus's wisdom: "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." James guided Ethan to focus solely on aspects within his control, researching thoroughly, diversifying investments wisely, and cultivating discipline. Ethan soon found tranquility in his investing approach, realizing that obsessing over market swings was futile. James continued his personal journey by embracing continuous learning. He believed wisdom was infinite and understood that humility was essential. Inspired by Zeno's principle, well-being is realized by small steps, but is no small thing. James regularly studied market history, economics, and investment strategies, staying adaptable in an ever-changing financial landscape. His humility allowed him to recognize mistakes openly, analyze them objectively, and use them as stepping stones rather than setbacks. This approach significantly sharpened his investment acumen and strengthened his resolve. Eventually, James faced one of his most significant tests when a promising investment unexpectedly collapsed. It was a painful financial blow, yet he remembered the Stoic teaching of acceptance. Marcus Aurelius's words returned: "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." Rather than lamenting his misfortune, James accepted the loss as an inherent part of investing. He analyzed the situation objectively, extracting valuable lessons and insights. This acceptance allowed him to quickly adapt and reallocate his resources efficiently, ultimately recovering and thriving in future ventures. Now an elder statesman in his community, James looked back at his journey. His success was measured not merely by wealth, but by the tranquility with which he navigated life and investing. Many young investors sought his counsel, inspired by his composed demeanor and insightful wisdom. He had not only mastered investing, but had also learned to harmonize his inner world with the unpredictable external one. James knew his journey would inspire others, a living testament to how ancient Stoic wisdom could illuminate the modern path to becoming a wiser, calmer, and ultimately better investor. Are you ready to reclaim your power, set boundaries, and live life on your own terms? If this story inspired you, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and become part of a community that embraces Stoic wisdom for a stronger, freer mind. Tell us in the comments, Have you ever struggled? How did you break free? Your story could inspire someone else on their journey. Like this video if you found value in it. Each like helps us reach more people who need this message of self-respect and inner strength. Together we rise, together we grow. Subscribe now and walk the Stoic path with us.